Hello, and welcome to A Lady Well Traveled. I'm your host and creator, Shannon Bednarova, and I'm delighted that you've joined me today. In case this is your first time tuning into this podcast, I discuss everything travel, whether it be lodging, food, culture, tips for dealing with hotels, rental car companies, or simply how to handle the differences between what you find in the United States and what you may find when traveling abroad. I try to approach every topic with humor, common sense, and some good old Southern sass. From time to time, I'll have guests on the show to add additional color or expertise to whatever topics we discuss. For today's episode, I want to share some tips for traveling to colder destinations and give you some easy suggestions on how to stay warm and toasty without having to carry 5 suitcases full of coats, sweaters, and boots. With a little planning and forethought, you can pack smartly and efficiently for a week or two in one suitcase and still have plenty of options to wear and to stay warm. Rule number one, remember that no matter where you go, the vast majority of photos that you're going to take will show you wearing a coat, possibly also a hat, scarf, and gloves. You're going to be outside most of the time, touring, hiking, walking around, and seeing the sights. And those photos that you're going to be posing for are going to show you in that outerwear, your coat, your gloves, your hats, your scarves. Remembering this helps to free you up quite a bit when you're packing for your trip to your cold weather destinations because your interior wardrobe doesn't have to be as extensive, but it can still be fashionable. I always say that you can pack fewer sweaters, turtlenecks, jeans, or slacks in neutral colors like gray, black, navy, camel, or brown, but then instead pack great jewelry, scarves, and belts to change up your look. Now, I like to look nice when I travel, so I buy coats that are fashionable, waterproof slash resistant, and warm. Obviously, you're going to buy a different coat for hiking in Patagonia than for walking around the Christmas markets in Austria. You're going to buy a different coat for visiting New York City in January than you would for skiing in Gstaad. You can choose to be as preppy or outdoorsy as you want. When you buy a coat that is good looking as well as waterproof, you don't have to carry an extra raincoat unless you absolutely want to do so. And trust me, always invest in a coat with a hood. You won't always have an umbrella handy, and it sure beats getting your head soaked during a surprise rain shower. My hooded, waterproof jacket has been so useful during this current trip that I'm on because it's rained almost every single day. What a lifesaver that hood has been for rain, wind, and cold protection. Remember that you can wear your clothes more than once before washing them unless you spill something on them. I'm a huge fan of packing 2 pair of black jeans, 2 pair of blue jeans, wearing them a few times, and then washing them alternately either at the hotel or the Airbnb. I always take washer pods or sheets to use, but also shampoo or dish detergent will work equally well in a pinch when you're washing out clothes in the sink. I usually give them a double wash and a triple rinse, squeeze out as much water as possible, hang them in the shower for the first few hours to drip dry, and then finish drying them wherever there is the most airflow. You can count on jeans to typically dry completely in 1 to 2 days if you are hanging them to dry. Now, I've stayed in Airbnbs that have dryers or a washer dryer combo, but most often they don't have any type of dryer. I also typically pack only a few pair of socks and undies and wash those out as I go. There's no sense taking up space in your suitcase with socks when you can bring home all those great treasures from your travels. Number two, for the trips to colder destinations, some of the neatest things that you can take are those rechargeable, reusable hand warmers. They're a delight to have in your pockets or to slip into your gloves when the weather gets really chilly. You can find many options to use online. Number three, cashmere gloves. Now, how did I find out about cashmere gloves? Well, I lost one of my gloves while in Scotland recently, so I needed a new pair of gloves. I'm funny about gloves. I hate having cold hands, but my hands also get too hot easily. I bought cashmere gloves and I was really surprised at how wonderful they were. They kept my hands toasty but not too hot. I can't recommend them highly enough. However, there are a few drawbacks. You have to pull them off in order to use your phone. They do pick easily. I bought a pair that was not very expensive, and that might have something to do with the easy picking, but I've been very pleased with them otherwise. I don't recommend leather gloves for warmth unless they're lined with cashmere or another warm lining material. Leather, of course, looks so smart, but it doesn't keep your hands warm enough, or at least that's been my experience. Number 4, hats. I have a lot of hair, and typically I don't like wearing a hat because, let's face it, who likes that hat head look? Not me. However, when it's cold and windy, there is nothing better for keeping your body warm than a hat. It can be a knitted cap or whatever makes you feel warm and fashionable. I recently purchased a fur hat that is somewhat reminiscent of the kind that the female Russian agents who slink around in the James Bond movies wear. You know, the ladies that he used to seduce after they first tried to kill him. Boy, I was really amazed at the difference they made in keeping not only my head, but my entire body warm. Besides, with a last name like Bednarova, I can always adopt an Eastern European accent and have some fun on my travels while wearing a fur hat like that. James, is that your water PPK? Or are you happy to see me, darling? Number 5. When you're facing exceptionally cold weather, or if you're a very cold natured person, wearing ladies' undergarments, long johns if you will, can help you to stay warm and enjoy traveling outdoors, even on the coldest and windiest of days. Unlike gentlemen's long johns, these ladies' undergarments are made specifically out of soft, silky fabrics which are not thick, but they help you keep warm by providing another layer of insulation under your clothing. My best friend Karen swears by Cuddle Duds. I own some by LL Bean and Land's End. There are other brands out there, of course, and you can find an astonishing variety of these garments online. If you know, you know. Number 6, quality socks. Having cold feet while out touring for the day is absolutely miserable because if your feet are cold, the rest of your body has trouble regulating its temperature and you tend to get more easily chilled and stay chilled. Invest in good socks that are made out of quality materials that wick perspiration away while keeping your feet warm and dry. I like Bombas socks, and I like especially the kind that are knee highs that have built in arch support for long days of walking and touring. I like to wear them under my leather riding boots or my hiking shoes, and my feet typically stay warm and toasty all day long. Number 7, we've talked a lot about all these different types of things that you might want to do or to buy. But if you're completely lost, ask for help. If you're going to a colder destination and you're really not sure where to start or what to buy, head to any sporting goods shop, ski store, or outdoor apparel shop and just ask the friendly salespeople for help. Tell them where you're headed and what kind of activities you're going to be doing. They'll be happy to make some recommendations on coats, gloves, hats, boots, hiking shoes, and other outerwear items that can at least get you started on your journey. They can even help you determine what kind of outerwear you need depending on the temperatures and conditions you'll experience during your travels. Try things on, ask questions, take photos, make notes, shop around until you find exactly what you like. Now, listen to me about this. Don't wait until a day before you leave. Get started at least 2 months or so before your trip in case you need to order something that is out of stock. Also, be mindful of the time of year, the season, and where you live in the world as well. Take it from me. I live in South Carolina, and I had a great deal of trouble finding coats and other outerwear during the summer months, as there was just nothing available in the stores locally, even the sporting goods stores. I was finally able to locate an appropriate coat at an REI co op store that was perfect for my needs. But it took quite a while as I wanted to try it on and make sure it fit well. So I hope these tips and suggestions will be helpful for you as you plan your next outing. I'm currently in Luxembourg, where we're experiencing a bad storm with high winds, heavy rains, and cold temps. And am I glad that I have my good outerwear to keep me warm and dry? Please join me for the next episode of A Lady Well Traveled and tell your friends and family about us. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean, or any of your favorite streaming platforms. I look forward to being with you again soon to discuss more travel topics and bring you more information to help you plan your next big adventure. Remember, God created this beautiful world out there just for you. You just need to get out there and see it. And so until we meet again, remember that God loves you, and so do I. Bye bye.